Hey guys, it's Jess, and once again, it has been far too long since my last video. I don't know, it's just been one of those times, just really busy, and I'm tired when I get home. But over the weekend, I did a huge amount of reading, and I'm finally ready to do a book review on. Oh, yeah, baby. Read them all this weekend. It's the Hunger Games trilogy, y'all, by Suzanne Collins. Okay, I'm going to try really hard to keep the plot synopsis brief because I know that most of you have already read these books and you already know what they're about and you love them. So for the few of you who are left who do not know what the Hunger Games are about, basically this is a post-apocalyptic world on a land that used to be North America in an undetermined futuristic time. And the land has been broken into 13 different districts that are all ruled by an all-powerful city called the capital. And District 13 decides to rebel against this all-powerful government, and it doesn't work out for them. The capital ends up completely disintegrating District 13, and every year since then, as a reminder to all of the other districts that, the capital is in control and they have carry all the chips, they have this annual event. And the annual event is called the Hunger Games. And it's basically requiring that each district have two young people under 18 from their district come to the capital where they are put into a sort of a mixed event of reality television and the Roman Colosseum, where they are put into an arena of the capital's making, given certain weapons, certain supplies, and they basically have to fight to the death until there's one person left standing. And we watch all of this happen through the eyes of Katniss Everdeen from District 12, and her sister was called up to be one of the people from her district, but Katniss intervenes, and so she is now that person. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say about it. Okay, wow. Wow, wow. Oh my God. This trilogy is amazing. It's amazing. And I'm not shocked that I thought so too, because I knew I was going to. I mean, everybody that I know and respect on YouTube, has been singing the praises of this trilogy forever. And I knew that I was really missing out by not reading this trilogy. And let me just say, I'm so glad that I read all of these books over a weekend where I had nothing to do, because if I had to read these books in the way that most of you had to, where you read the Hunger Games and then had to wait, like a year to watch, to read Catching Fire, and then another year to read Mockingjay, I don't think I could have done it. I really don't. I think I would have gone crazy, because it is just so gripping. And that's all I did this weekend, was read this trilogy. I was completely sucked in from the very beginning, and it's just gritty and real, and it makes you, it just blows you away. It scares you, and it makes you excited, and it makes you angry, and it makes you sad, and it makes you, just weirdly hopeful, and all of those kinds of things. I mean, it really took me through so many emotions, and I was blown away. I was really trying to come up with something that I could criticize about this trilogy, because I thought that a book review that is all gushing and no critique would be boring or somehow not helpful or whatever, and I got nothing. I have absolutely nothing. I mean, everything is so spot on. I mean, Suzanne Collins did not miss a beat. She really didn't. The pacing, the characters, the plot, everything just works. I mean, it is just the dialogue. I mean, I never was brought out of the story by anything. Nothing ever made me think, what's that? I mean, nothing. I was so completely invested in the story, and I wanted so much for these people. And I just had so many feelings about everything that was going on. The relationships in these books are really fascinating. Katniss is a really interesting character because she's incredibly independent. She's had a hard life, and but yet she does have, she has a heart, and she cares very deeply about the people in her life. And in this society, in this world, those kinds of feelings are hard to come by. It's one of those things where it doesn't pay to form attachments to people because you end up losing them a lot of the time. So it's really interesting to watch people in that kind of situation still try to reach out, which she does. I mean, she has a very strong attachment to her sister Prim, a very protective view of her, which is ultimately why she volunteers to take Prim's place in the Hunger Games. She has a very strong friendship with Gail, who has been her best friend for years, and they've taken care of each other, and they understand each other. And then as the story progresses, Katniss's relationship with Peeta, and that, and all of the complications that go with that, and it's just fascinating because we think relationships are complicated as it is, and most of us have no idea what it would be like to try to form friendships or romantic attachments to people in a society where you're this close to death all the time. Most of us don't know what that's like. So it was really interesting to watch through Katniss's eyes, what it's like to try to be human in a place, where so much of the humanity seems lost. So does this trilogy live up to the hype? Oh my God, a million times, yes. I'm beating myself up that it took me so long to read these books, but I'm so glad I did. This was my first foray into dystopia of any kind, dystopian YA, and these will definitely not be my last. I find the whole idea of dystopia really, really intriguing, so I'm definitely going to be reading more, but The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, Mockingjay, the entire trilogy, 5 stars, thumbs way up. Such an amazing trilogy. And thank you to all of you who finally convinced me that enough is enough. I have to read these books, and I did, and they're amazing, and I'm gonna stop now because that's all it's gonna be for the next 5 minutes if I don't stop now. So, The Hunger Games, go read them. If you're like me and you're waiting, don't wait anymore. Just go read them. So thank you guys so much for watching this book review. I just wanted to give a very, very short update. I have not abandoned YouTube. This has been sort of a crazy couple of weeks, but I have a lot of time on my hands over the next couple of weeks, so I'm hoping to do some more videos. I know last time I was like, oh yeah, I've got all these videos I want to do, and I have a list. Well, I still have the list, so I'm still planning on doing the videos that are on that list, and I've added to the list, so I'm still around. And I actually have a book haul that I'm going to be doing tomorrow, and I have a few other reviews to do as well, so I'm still around. And anyway, thanks again for watching this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.